Good evening, Arrow fans, and welcome to tonight's contest between the Harrisburg Tigers and our Watertown Arrows. Big ESD finale for the night. This is Rick Evans, your host for POTV. Thanks for watching. Certainly not a bad night out, a little chilly, but fair crowd here, I'd say, for a Tuesday night and the last game. And we'll bring you the details of the district tournaments coming up pretty soon. But first, let's thank our sponsors for the night. As always, Mike Lucan of Hofteaser Real Estate, the Cowboy Country Store, KXLG Radio, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Wow, your internet, cable, and phone company, Roy's Sports Shop, Watertown Weather Watch, Sharp Abra, and Sharp Service. Thanks to all those fine sponsors who help us get this out to you folks. Coach's comments from Coach Norberg tonight. I had to do a little editing here. I think we had a couple of things in the wrong place, but nonetheless, Coach says that tonight the Arrows wrap up the regular season with a home matchup versus conference opponent Harrisburg. Coach Scott Langrock brings in a team with great quickness, shooting ability, and depth. The Tigers are able to fill up the scoreboard in a hurry and have posed a great challenge to each opponent they face. The Arrows are looking to finish out the regular season on a high note as they head to district play on Tuesday. Please look for location and game times on the ASDH SAA website and or in the Watertown Public Opinion. Thanks, Coach, for the plug. Thank you for all your support for our team this season. It's a privilege to work with these fine young men. I hope you have enjoyed their effort and will continue to get out and support Arrow Athletics. And that's Coach Norberg. And again, the districts will start March 3rd. I hope I used that instead of the date that was in there. Tonight's featured Arrow and last featured Arrow, poor Nate Spiegler, gets the last spot. He's a senior forward at 6'1". He also played football at WHS. His college team of choice, Boston College. His pro team is the Philadelphia 76ers. His pro athlete, he likes Andrea Kirilenko. Not sure I can even pronounce it very well, but Andrei Kirilenko. His favorite movie and book are the Harry Potter series. Favorite actor is Matthew Lewis. Hobbies include wakeboarding, skiing, and hanging with friends and family. What is Arrow pride to Nate? Showing up every day ready to give 100%. Nate Spiegler, senior forward, and the last of our featured Arrows for the year. Well, speaking of the conference, this being the last conference game, the ESD is going to wind up pretty much like this. There's not too much that can change. The winner is Aberdeen at 13-2. They do have a game tonight, but regardless, they'll have more wins than anybody else. Second is Yankton at 12-4. If Pierre picks up a victory tonight, they will also be 12-4, presently 11-4. Our Arrows are actually fourth and have a pretty good lock on that at 9-6. Brandon Valley 8-7. So if Brandon Valley picks up a win tonight and Watertown should happen to lose, then we would be tied. Mitchell at 6-9, and Brookings 5-10. Huron 3-12, and Harrisburg 1-14. Our opponent for the evening. Harrisburg's lone win came against Huron in overtime, of all things. So they've had kind of a rough year. Of course, newer member to the AA ranks and such, so it'll probably take them a couple of years to get built up. Now, the ESD is one thing. The districts and the state seedings, rankings, if you will. In our district, we have O'Gorman, Roosevelt, then Watertown, and Brookings. And by the way, if we win tonight, we'll even our record at 10-10. And there won't be any change in that order For District 2, you got Washington, Lincoln, Yankton, Brandon Valley, and Harrisburg. Again, nothing that can happen tonight to change that order. Then in District 3, we got Aberdeen Central, Pierre, Mitchell, and Huron. And no question there as to who's going to be where. And out west might be a little bit of a question. Sturgis Brown presently barely ahead, just a fraction of a point ahead. Spearfish. Sturgis 13-5, Spearfish 14-5. But the record isn't as important as the seed points. Sturgis has 41.22, Spearfish 41.21. That's all figured about the, of course, the records of the teams they play. That is rounded out by Stevens, Central, and Douglas, all of who could change places after tonight. And we are close to getting the announcement of the players.
It's ESD basketball. Tonight's game features as our guests the visiting Harrisburg Tigers and our Watertown Arrow. This contest is being conducted under the guidance and regulations of the Soccer High School Activity Association for the enjoyment and educational benefits of high school students. Good sportsmanship is essential for the success of these programs. Remember, you do not have to be an athlete to be a good sport. The officials for tonight's contest are
Officials tonight: Dwayne Fiala, Mo Rusink, and Jim Ricketts Jr. And now it's time for the national anthem, and that'll be played by the Watertown High School Band.
Remind all attendants the proper respect is to remove your cap or hat, face the flag, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans may salute the flag.
Watertown High School Band for their last night. Unless districts work out just right, we might be hosting a second round game. All right, the cheerleaders. Taylor Jackson's our first cheerleader. Jenna Henson. Talia Haight. Anna Brewster. Madison Neldner. Ellie Cummings. And the coach, my daughter, Mallory Hoffman. I'm sure granddaughter cannot wait to be a cheerleader. All right, for the Harrisburg Tigers, we've got, first of all, number 2, Cody Eide, and number 11, Will Jackson. That'd be Will Johnson, sorry. Number 20, Matt Pullman. And number 3, Jace Corlett. And last, number 22, Justice Clayton. And again, coach for the Tigers, Scott. I want to say it right, Langrock. And for the Arrows, we'll get our starting lineup.
And now, it's time!
And to start with a 6-foot junior, Nate Davis, our leading scorer this year. Another senior, Matt Decker, will start, number 34. And the forwards, number 10, Taylor Lindahl. His senior, Nate DeSpiegler, our featured Arrow for the night. And our postman, 6'2", small by comparison, but Bryce LeBlanc takes up a lot of room in the middle and gets a lot of rebounds. I can appreciate Bryce's position, as I was 6 foot in high school and played center on our team. They listed me as 6'1", but I can tell you that was a little bit of a lie. And I played against some pretty tall fellas back then, some 6'5" and 6'6" players. So you learn to box out pretty well and play good position. We'll have more on the playoffs and such as the night goes on. And Watertown controls the tip. A little bit of pressure by the Tigers. And again, the Arrows can cement 4th place in the ESD with a win, and also even their overall record at 10-10. And if they continue the style of play they've played the last 2 or 3 games, why, they should do quite well tonight. Somewhere along the road around the game with Mitchell, we, some reason, decided to play some offense. And a good start for the Arrows as Nate Davis cans a 3 right off the bat. 3-0 Arrows. Harrisburg looks to be quite a bit smaller and in a way maybe even younger than us. I didn't check the rosters one by one, but they don't have a whole lot of size by the looks of it. Matt slides in, tries to bank, doesn't get it. Bryce jumped too soon, and looks like they're going to take it to the hoop on us. And they pick up a foul. And that's Cody Eide with the first points for the Tigers, makes it 3-2. And Matt will pick up a foul. And missed the free throw, so it's still 3-2. Arrow ball. Matt broke that kind of cardinal rule. If they're going to go in for a layup, either let him have the layup or make sure you don't make it. Arrows not particularly attacking the basket a whole lot to start with here. Doing the old pass it around business again. I sure hate to see him get out of that rhythm they had the last 2 or 3 games. And Nate gets one off, but not accurate this time. And here come the Tigers, and maybe this is the deal. And Heidi with 2 more. And maybe this is the idea that coach wants to keep a little control over this game as far as the pace, but the Arrows are falling behind 6-0 already on a steal and a very poor pass there. That was Will Johnson with 2. And another 3 by Nate. Makes it 6-6. And the Arrows get, I don't know if you call it a steal or not, but the ball just looked like it was spinning like a top or something. Nobody seemed to grab hold of it. And the Arrows finally get it under control. And we're going to get a foul on. Nice cut by Nate. Bryce trying to hit him. And Nate should get a couple. And that's Johnson's foul, Will Johnson. 6-6 in the early going. Nate has picked up 2 3-pointers and barely rolls in the first free throw. And we have some substitutions for the Arrow. Spencer Waggy's in there, as well as Alex Gower. And the second one goes right in, nothing but net, as they used to say. And the Tigers throw it away. Miscommunication. Yeah, Tigers tried to take it to us early there, but have kind of fouled up the last couple of times. And they're leaving Nate open, and this time he doesn't hit it. And I think we're going to have a foul on Alex for pushing in the back. So it's still 8-6. And on a block on Bryce. That was a tough one. I don't know if he set up underneath the, that's Spencer Waggy with the foul. Might have set up under the player's landing spot. Justice Clayton with his first point of the night on the free throw. Block charge, always a controversy, but if the player's in the air, you got to give him a landing spot. And I think maybe that was Spencer's deal. He didn't give him the landing spot, and so it turns into a blocking call instead of a charge. You know, I always like to see that shoulder or body of the offensive player hitting the body of the defender clearly. Nice play by Harrisburg as they get a fast break going to take the lead. And Jace Curlette with that 2. And now some defense on the other end as Spencer gets it blocked. And now there, and then Nate steals it back away. Nate Davis with the steal. Arrows down by 2. Seem to be kind of sluggish tonight to start with, and we're going to have a foul out front. If you remember Saturday night against Aberdeen, it sure didn't look too good for the Arrows. I'm not sure they even had 8 at the end of the first quarter, so nothing to worry about yet, folks. That foul was on Kane Kittleson. And there's 2 fouls on Harrisburg and 3. And now we got a walk on Bailey Van Sickle, who's in the ball game. The old fake with the ball and move one foot and then move the other foot before you put the ball down to dribble. Results in the travel. And a wild pass out there, but an attempt to get the ball. Alex Gower tipped it out. Nate goes up in the air high, nothing doing. Gower with a rebound. And nice play, but can't convert. Probably one dribble, and then a shot would have been a good idea for Nate. And we're not going to count that. It was called way out front. The score remains 8-10. We'll see if the Arrows get better the second half. That's the Spiegler's foul there, and the 4th on the Arrows. And that would be on the drive, and Decker comes in for Spencer. And Harrisburg does seem to have some quickness, and they attack the basket quite a bit. Nice three-pointer there. And that's Will Johnson for three to make it 13-8. Arrows are down. And they aren't attacking the basket near as much as they were and moving that ball and going right after it against Aberdeen. But we'll see what the second quarter brings. 13-8, the Tigers over the Arrows. And it could be that the Arrows not used to playing against the shorter, quicker bunch. And Gower with a miss. And a chance to widen the lead. And it's going to be short. Rebound to Lindahl. Seemed like they attacked the underneath the basket on Aberdeen pretty well the other night, but tonight they're not getting any of that. And now we're staying in the game with three-pointers. Bailey Van Sickle with three. Not to be confused with Bill Bailey, please come home. Nice move there. Justice Clayton with that two-pointer. 15-11. The Arrows down by only 4. Defense maybe not doing what it should be doing just yet. Giving up 15 points in the first quarter is not the best. But the Arrows tend to be a second quarter team maybe. An alley-oop didn't work yet so far, but Matt twirls around and gets her to go. Bring them to within 2, 15-13, and there's only a minute or so to go, and now we got an air ball. No call there. A blank back in for Van Sickle. And Gower sits down. Heidi, Cortlett, Johnson, and what else we got? Pullman and Clayton in for the Tigers. They got a quick little team. They all seem to be willing to shoot. So kind of a nice drive by Nate Davis to tie it up. Surprising they've only won the one game, and that was in overtime against Huron. But don't know if their size is a factor. They get wore out, or maybe it's things of that nature. That was a nervous type of pass. What do I do with it? Arrows will go to the one shot with about 10 seconds to go now. So a five-point deficit has turned into a tie with 0.9 seconds to go as Nate, for whatever reason, instead of continuing to the bucket, pass it back to Bryce, and Bryce didn't have anywhere really to go because Nate was on the floor all by him, or all in his way. And that's how the first quarter will end, 15-15. Nate Davis leading the way with 10 points for the Arrows out of the 15. Cody Heidi with 4, 5 for Will Johnson, and 4 for Justice Clayton. Well, do you need gas, or are you hungry? Need some late night supplies? Check out the Cowboy Country Store number 3 at the intersections of Highway 81 and 14th Avenue on the north side of town. While there, try some Chester's chicken, a sub, or any of the other mini food items offered by the Cowboy. That's the Cowboy Country Store number 3 on North Highway 81. If you like the ads you hear tonight on POTV, call our business office at 886-6901 and get your ad on next year's POTV. We do football, boys and girls basketball. So if you want a new way to get on the air and get exposed, give us a call. 15 all. In the last regular season game here, Arrows looking to even their record at 10-10. Had a real nice ESD record, 4th place, and Nate hits another. And the mark of a better team is that they find out, well, that was quite the move, but mark of a better team would find that shooter such as Davis and make sure he doesn't get the ball like that. My goodness, that's 13 already, and it's a 3-point lead for the Arrows. And now we got Kittleson with a foul after the missed shot. Arrows attacking from a little closer to the rim at the moment. Matt's going up, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, and in it is. So Matt with 4 points now, makes it 20-15, and nice shot. That would be, and there it is, number 12, Connor Erickson with his first 2 points of the night. 20-17, Arrows up. And they're going to have to do a little better job of protecting that pass in there. Harrisburg looks to be collapsing on Gower with a foul, his second. I've noticed Alex on his defensive side likes to kind of use his hands and hold that dribbler quite a bit, and I'm thinking they're not going to let him do that tonight. 3-point try is good and ties the game at 20. And that's, again, Will Johnson for his 8th point. And Harrisburg's had a 5-point lead. The Arrows are raced at the quarter break to make it tied up, and then we got a 5-point lead, and now Harrisburg's tied it up. Matt fighting hard to get ball to the basket, and I think second quarter here, that's what we've been doing, is attacking the basket a little more, trying to get some fouls on Harrisburg and get to the free throw line. Oh, we got a 3-second call on the Arrows. Standing in the lane too long. Don't see many of those anymore, and to some degree rightfully so. If the player is moving around, getting in and out, and really not gaining any kind of advantage, that's probably a call that shouldn't be made. Wide open three is no good, but a long bounce goes to the Tigers. Long 3-pointers. And it looks like the Tigers' offensive discipline is probably one of their issues this year. That was a pretty long 3-pointer. And a couple other times they had a little bit of trouble handling the ball and making good passes. And then the Arrows go cross court like that against it's like a matchup zone of some sort. And a little hustle there, but Nate trying to dribble around the defender, loses it. And Harrisburg takes a 2-point lead. Matt Pullman gets his first 2 of the game. The Arrows seem to have a height and strength advantage on the inside, but get it in there. We're not just muscling up. Matt Decker's tried to do it a couple times, but Haley Van Sickle, his second three, put the Arrows up by 1, but that one was in, out, and around, and now a nice drive by Harrisburg. Chase Curlett with 2 more for 4, and we're going to have a little foul there. So Harrisburg up by 1 now, getting to be quite a few lead changes here, and pace has picked up a little. Brent Schulte into the game now for the Arrows. And it looks like coach is using a few of the lesser used players, much as he can, last game tonight. And probably good that he does it early on, get him in there. Nice pass over to Nate for 2. That puts Arrows up by 1, 25-24. Harrisburg's only won the 1 game, but they have an exciting little team. By golly, they go right at it. And look at that. Justice Clayton with 2 more. Put the Tigers back up by 1. 26-25. Said they aren't afraid to take it to them. And we're going to have a body foul on Bailey Van Sickle. And looks like they're going to have him shoot 2. Cody Eide to the line. And Cody misses his first one. And makes the second one to put a 2-point lead on the Arrows, 27-25. Three minutes to go in the half. At least we're having the scoring. There's that long pass at the top that I've said about all year that I don't understand why we keep wanting to do. And an easy 2 for Kane Kittleson as he steals the ball and goes all the way out there. You've got to have somebody coming back to the top of the key to take those passes. You can't go across the free throw line with passes. There has to be one more up there. And a little bit of muscle there, but didn't make her go. Good rebound by Schulte. Nate's driving in. Tough shot. The defender's right on him. 2:21 to go in the half, and the Arrows down by 4. And the Tigers not afraid to take some shots at it, that's for sure. And missed the rim and all. And somebody's taking a timeout here. Or do... And that's a foul on Brent Schulte, I guess. And that's the 7th foul, so we'll take 1-on-1, but first we get a break. Timeout, Arrows down by 4. 2 minutes to go in the half. Sign up with WOW, your local internet, cable TV, and phone service. Bundle and save. Tonight's game brought to you by WOW. And when you're in need, Sharp Abra Body and Glass is ready to help. They have gold class status, state-of-the-art equipment, certified technicians, meticulous craftsmanship, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. Sharp Abra Body and Glass will make your vehicle like new again. They're located just behind Sharp Automotive on West Highway 212. They handle all makes and models. That's Sharp Abra Body and Glass, West Highway 212 in Watertown. Call them at 886-8083. And we got Justice Clayton at the line. He can extend the Tiger lead. He makes the first. Their offense kind of sputtering this quarter. This is the second one. Only scored 10 points so far, 15 in the first quarter, but a couple of quick buckets and they could have. Matt forces one in. And I think we could kind of score all night doing that. Harrisburg gets that ball around quickly. Nice pass to the middle, nice shot. This didn't go. 30-27 Tigers. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if this ended up tied at halftime. I'm not sure the Arrows have risen to the task here. They've beat Aberdeen, played Pier to almost a game. And there we're going to get a three-point play the funky way as Taylor Lindahl goes in for a bucket and gets fouled. So he'll chance to tie it up with 1:05 to go. Foul on Matt Pullman is first and the fifth on the Tigers overall. And, well, we're not going to tie it up that way on the miss. So it remains 29-30, but the Arrows get to keep the ball as Harrisburg knocked it out of bounds. So there's a minute to go for the Arrows to take the lead. Nate's trying a three, and he's feeling it tonight again. His fourth three-pointer. Give the Arrows a 2-point lead at 32-30, and now the offense again in the last minute scored. What did we score? 7 points. So, a little walk as the defender snuck in there. Taylor didn't know he was there and forced the turnover. So Tigers have a chance to tie or go ahead. 32-30 Arrows. Plenty of time left. And it looks like that ball was thrown out of bounds, and that's what the officials say. They didn't see any tip. So the Arrows get it back on the turnover. Johnson leading the way for the Tigers with 8 points. Looks like the Arrows will go for one with the 32-30 lead. Well, even though it looked like the offense sputtered a little bit there, while all of a sudden, a bunch of points come our way. You'll see the official with his arms spread out. That means that the dribbler is not closely guarded and there's no count going on. Nice fake, and he's hot as can be. A fifth three-pointer to end the quarter and the half. It's 35-30 Watertown over Harrisburg on the strength of Nate Davis's 5 three-pointers. That's 19 points total to lead the Arrows. Bailey Van Sickle's chipping in 6 with a couple of three-pointers, and Decker with 6 points on some inside work. For the Tigers, they got 5 for Mr. Eide, 4 for Cortlett. Caden Kittleson with 2, 8 for Will Johnson, 2 for Erickson, 2 for Pullman, 7 for Justice Clayton, and that makes it 35-30. So Harrisburg scored the same number of points they did the first quarter, but the Arrows increased theirs. And the dance team is next. As they're getting out there, we'll tell you about a Sharp Auto Service. If you need a little help finding the right set of tires for your vehicle, Sharp Automotive, located on West Highway 212, Watertown, handles all the major brand tires. We will match or beat any price in town, and remember, we offer free tire inspections. Sharp Automotive, They repair any make or model vehicle. Stop in or call today, 886-8082. So enjoy the dance team. Yeah, the Watertown dance team with a nice routine. And that brings us to Roger Merriam, who made the trek up here tonight. Roger, how's the game going, do you think?
Should we make predictions tonight?
Yes, we can.
I gotta quit. I gotta learn after all this years of doing it, you can't write your story till it's over. I really thought the Arrows would finish the season strong and not have a letdown from Saturday night. And it's a good thing Nate Davis showed up in the first half, because that's been most of what the Arrows have done here. But give Harrisburg credit. They're playing hard and hustling all over the place, and they tell you what, if you turn the ball over against them or do something like that, they don't waste much time getting down to score. But for the Arrows, I thought one thing we didn't do a very good job of, we threw it inside and we're always looking to throw it back outside. Well,
yes,
Harrisburg's one of the few teams that isn't that any taller than us.
No.
So maybe we should get more inside and not depend on the outside shot. And I don't know if that's something with Brian. There's obviously a 10-0 run then, the half there, and the Arrows are ahead. But
I think Decker tried to get in as much as he could, but other than that.
But it was a lot to LeBlanc and Weiji, and they didn't attack the basket.
No.
And I can understand that against Lincoln and Washington, and there's 6'10" guys sitting there. But
well, speaking from experience, sometimes when you're the bigger guy and there's 2 or 3 little guys around you, it's tough to get any movement.
Yes, and so they didn't do that very well, but obviously Nate's had a really good half, and it's kind of hard to say because I think for all these teams this is just kind of a meaningless game from the standpoint that their next game's all postseason, and I don't believe there's any seeding on the line for the Arrows or even Harrisburg. So Harrisburg's one of those teams I think a couple years from now we're going to really be talking about being pretty dangerous in the ESD on a regular basis and in just about everything. But right now, the times I've seen them the last 2 years, there's still that adjustment from Class A to Double A, and you could see it in spurts of this game. They'd have a 5-point lead, be setting good, and it would be probably less than a minute later they're behind. So I'm sure they've just kind of had periods of inconsistency throughout the year. For the Arrows, win the game, get back to 500, and go see what happens in the postseason.
So what's your prediction? Can we beat, Roosevelt?
Brian's been saying all year he's not afraid to play Roosevelt.
We beat them down there already, didn't we?
No, we played them here. They scored like the first 12 points in the game.
Oh.
I think we lost by 6 or 7, but you kind of think if you don't dig yourself such a big hole early, but it basically with the Arrows, a lot of times it depends on what team shows up that night.
This is true.
How well they play, so we'll see what happens.
All right, thanks, Roger. Roger Merriam of the Public Opinion. So anyway, thinking of that, I'm going to have to check my little deal here. Roger kind of fouled me up, but no, I see here January 27th at Sioux Falls Roosevelt. It shows us winning 48-41. I'm wondering if he was thinking about Lincoln. So I don't think we have anything to worry about with Roosevelt. There's a good possibility we could go in there and beat him again, but sometimes it's tough to win that second time around. Well, as far as the seeding around the state, District 1, of course, O'Gorman will be number 1. We'll get to play Roosevelt at Roosevelt. Brookings will go to O'Gorman. This all starts March 3rd. Brandon Valley and Harrisburg will have to play a play-in game probably on March 2nd. And the winner of that gets to play Washington, which is no fun, I'm sure. Lincoln and Yankton will go at it. That could be a good matchup, but I really think of the teams I've seen, Lincoln could very well win it all from what I've seen. Up in District 3, you're going to have Aberdeen playing Huron and Pierre hosting Mitchell. In District 4, you got Central and Douglas, or Stevens and Douglas are going to have to play in. Stevens and Central are just about neck and neck, as well as Sturgis and Spearfish. So it's kind of up in the air as to what happens tonight, as to how that will go. Class A, if you're interested, they all start the 2nd and 3rd as well. Class A has just regions, no districts. So to start with, the Region 1 with Aberdeen Roncalli at the top, they will be waiting for the winner of the 4 versus 5 seed, which is at this point Sisseton and Britton Hecla. Millbank gets to go to Tio Spazina. Webster area goes to Groton area, and they'll go from there. Region 2, Clark Willow Lake and Sioux Valley will get byes as top seeds there. Hamlin could sneak into that bye round after tonight. We'll see. That is up for grabs yet. But Redfield Dolan will play Dubrook or Dual, whoever wins that. Dual will play Hamlin or Sioux Valley, whichever Hamlin or Sioux Valley ends up second. So that will be the same time that AA. For the Bs, kind of the same thing. In Region 1, we got Summit will be playing the winner of Wilmot Great Plains. Rosso will play Waverly South Shore. And there's probably some possibilities of change there. There might be a few games left on tap. Region 2, you're going to have Langford area waiting for the winner of Northwestern Waubay. That would be Waubay Aberdeen Christian. And Leola Frederick and Northwestern will play Warner. Warner and Langford area getting byes. Region 5, you've got Arlington and DeSmet at this point with byes. Castlewood will play Florence Henry. Esteline play Lake Preston. So we'll see what Roger thinks that the Arrows maybe just aren't into it as much, as Harrisburg is not quite the caliber of teams we've been playing lately. But as he said, a couple years down the road, I think they'll probably acclimate to the ESD and possibly be quite a force. They do seem to have some athletes, and that is Connor Erickson for 3. That brings Harrisburg back to within 2. I guess I'm a little more concerned with our defense tonight, and plays like that, I think, again, lack of concentration. And now all of a sudden, a 5-point lead has disappeared. Matt Decker just simply dropped the ball, and there was a buzzer, but can't buzz in after a made shot. I don't know what they thought they were going to do, but all tied up at 35. Matt says, I'm going to take this ball in. Nice rebound by Bryce, and he's going to take it in. He can't get it to go. The Spiegler with another try. But he can't make it go either, so we'll shoot a couple free throws. Curtis Clayton with his first foul. And Nate DeSpiegler with a chance to put us back ahead. And he misses the first one. And Bryce LeBlanc coming out in favor of Alex Gower. Bryce made a nice move to the basket, but couldn't get it to go. And there the second one sinks for Nate, and it's 36-35. And nice hands by Gower as he picks the pass. Here come the arrows. And Matt's going to take it in. There we go. Decker with two more. Like I said earlier, I think that's going to be there all night, and told Roger that Matt seems to be the only one of the big guys that wants to get in there. But I'm sure Coach was probably trying to get him to do so at halftime. And now they're going to get Matt with a foul. Arrows up by 3 again. Just the first foul of the half for the Arrows. And tipped away by, I believe, Matt or Nate Spiegler. I'm not sure which one. But the Arrows track it down and chance to increase that lead. And a three-pointer by Taylor Lindahl gives us a 6-point lead. And as Roger and I were talking, it looks like Harrisburg has some inconsistencies on their offense, and there was a lapse on defense, I think. But boy, they sure go into the basket fast, and it's hard to keep up with them. That is Eide for 2. (41-37) is your score. Nate trying to drive through 2 or 3 players, loses the ball. Well, fellas, you're going to have to find a better opening than that. Long 3-point attempt again, and a little more disciplined by the Tigers would probably have been prudent there. Alex might have had a nice little jump shot. Could have had a 3-pointer. Gave up on that one. Almost throw it away there. I know my day when they were passing to me, I was going to the ball. There goes Matt again. And that's just something I just don't see Arrows doing. I haven't seen it for quite a few years. And it's not just the Arrows. You see it with a lot of teams. If the ball's coming to you, you need to step toward it, or the defense is going to step right in front of you and take it away. 43-37, and Nate DeSpiegler with his second foul. And Matt Decker's put a couple of buckets in, and coach is going to give him a rest. And a nice 2-pointer. Justice Clayton with 2. Keeps Harrisburg within 4. It's 43-39. Just under the halfway mark in the third quarter. Game goes pretty fast when there's not a lot of fouls, not a lot of things going. And nice drive by, is that Spencer? Yep, Spencer Wagee. Hesitated at first to take it in, but then decided to go for it, and it worked. As Roger and I said, that's the kind of guys you want taking it in there. So glad to see that. And almost steal. Harrisburg thought it was a steal, but official said nope, that's a reach in. Jace Corlett gets a foul on the reach in. Spencer fights for it, tries to get it up, can't get it to go. Well, he'll get a couple of free throws. And that's Clayton with his second foul, both this quarter. Let's see if Spencer can make a free throw. The lefty's up and a little hard. Arrows up by 6, 45-39. And a little hard again. Either needs some more arch or a little softer shot. Spencer, I would say, took that in a reluctantly aggressive move. And now Nate picks up a foul for the same thing he got called on the other end. So at least the officials are consistent. That's all the years I refereed. That was always, keep them even, ref, keep them even. Well, I think we all know if we watch basketball at all that some teams just foul a lot more. They're more physical, and it rarely is this going to be even. Clayton gets 2 there. Alex can't get her to go. And a couple of subs for the Harrisburg Tigers. We got Cortlett, Kittleson, Johnson, Erickson, and number 22 is Clayton for the Tigers. I've been really amazed at some of the Tiger passes have made it through the Arrow defense. There's a 3. Brings the Tigers within 1. And right back at it. Van Sickle with his third 3. And we're going to have a timeout with that. With the Arrows up by 4, 48-44. Mike Lucan with Hofteser Real Estate reminds you that homes in the Watertown area are selling fast. Interest rates are still at historical lows, so buying now makes sense. Mike provides both knowledgeable and professional service and will be happy to assist you for all your real estate needs. Whether you want to buy or sell a home, find a commercial lot, or start a business, sell some farmland, call Mike today. Hofteser Real Estate, 868-3062. Mike Lucan. Hey Watertown, would you like to have Watertown weather on your smartphone? Now you can have that with WatertownWeatherWatch.com, Watertown's newest local weather service. They have 3 meteorologists who provide twice daily forecasts and hour-by-hour weather statistics to help you plan your day or weekend. It's available in the Apple iTunes Store and the Google Play Store. That's WatertownWeatherWatch.com. All right, 48-44. Arrows maintaining a slim lead. And Harrisburg relentless. And another 3 by number 12 is Connor Erickson. And a nice shot. Gower puts in a couple. 50-47 Arrows. But Harrisburg's not going away here by any means. And the Arrows with the rebound, and it seemed to me that they should get about a 10-point lead here by the end of the quarter, which is about a little over a minute away. Well, another mistake by Alex is picking up that dribble down there, and that could get him in a lot of trouble if the Tigers decide to trap him. Now Alex decides to pull that three-point trigger, but a little short. Still 50-47. The Arrows with just a three-point lead with 50 seconds to go. Oh, man, that was halfway down for Pete's sake. Tough break for the Tigers. Nate's going to try his first three of the second half and hits it. That is 6 three-pointers for Nate Davis. You kind of wonder how come he can't do that all the time. Nate reached, got an arm. And again, the coaches get a little crazy on those kind of fouls. I don't think that guy's going to be shooting out there, so you really bailed him out. He was kind of in a little trouble there. And that's Nate's second foul. So no foul trouble, but nonetheless, sure one you don't need. There you see the official doing some counting when the defender gets close enough to be considered closely guarded. Then they get 5 seconds to do something with it. Nice try there, but the Arrows didn't go after that ball very well. Knowing he had to shoot real quick, Will Johnson kind of put it from the floor and did an underhanded scoop. No good. 53-47. Arrows had a pretty nice quarter there, scoring 23 points. Qdoba Mexican Grill is located at 951 29th Street Southeast in Watertown, a fast food casual Mexican restaurant specializing in large mission-style burritos as well as signature items such as Mexican gumbo, 3-cheese queso, ancho chili barbecue sauce, taco salads, quesadillas, nachos, and more. Qdoba Mexican Grill is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and caters too. That's Qdoba Mexican Grill, located at 951 29th Street Southeast in Watertown. That's out east by the interstate, if you're wondering. All right, let's correct my halftime totals here. 17 for the third quarter for Harrisburg. Watertown actually had 18. All right, Arrow ball up by 6. Comfortable, but again, that the Arrows don't seem to be too concerned. Roger picked up on that a little bit as well, but not sure that the game would be a whole lot different if Nate wasn't hitting those. Into Matt, and 2 more for Decker. He's quietly getting quite a few points here. That's 12. And now we're going to get, that'd be Van Sickle with a foul. 5 on the Arrows, 3 on Harrisburg. 8-point Arrow lead at 55-47. Yeah, nice creative shot, but the Arrows kind of getting on the boards here and starting to take control as Harrisburg's missing some shots. And another three-pointer goes down. Bailey Van Sickle. And that makes it an 11-point Arrow lead at 58-47. The Arrows are going crazy with threes tonight. I don't know what's a record, but we'll see. Check the Watertown PO tomorrow to see what kind of record of three-pointers there is out there. KXLG Radio, live and local. Your source for local news and events, along with classic hit radio. Music based in the 70s, a pinch of the 60s, a dash of the 80s. That's KXLG Radio at 99.1 FM. Well, Arrow's up 58-47, so offensively they're doing well, and defense is starting to show up a little bit more, but that Harrisburg, a scrappy little bunch, and they're taking it right to the Arrows as much as they can anyway. And as we start the fourth quarter, I want to thank all our sponsors for their fine help this year. If we do happen to lose to Roosevelt, we probably would be hosting Brookings, but heck, you never know when district time comes. Maybe Brookings will pull off a big upset, but barring the upset, we would probably be hosting Brookings the second round of the district. Well, quite the shot, and since it didn't hit the rim, rather than we get to bring it up as is, we have to take it out of bounds, but no pressure from Harrisburg. So Arrow's still up 58-47. Nate Davis having a field day with 22 points so far. Matt Decker having his way on the inside with 12 points. And nice little drive, and Decker gets the rebound and gets himself 2 more. Hey, Lindahl tried that first shot, but couldn't get her to go. And Spiegler gets himself a foul by the looks of it. And there again, a case where the dribbler got himself in quite a bit of trouble and out of control, and kind of got saved by the foul. And we're going to give him another foul. And again, we see Alex Gower and the Arrows violating that cardinal rule. If you're going to foul them when they go up for shots like that, by golly, make sure they don't make it. So Heidi gets himself 2 and a free throw for a 3-point play to bring it to 60-50. Arrows still with a 10-point lead, and nice behind. Oh, Matt wasn't ready for the behind the back pass. I think he was looking for a forward bounce pass. A nice pass from Nate, but Matt was not expecting it there. And they were a little close to be able to change your reception, let's say. And Nate keeps up with the ball handler. Now you might say, why isn't that kicking the ball? Well, he didn't kick the ball. The pass hit his foot. That's not kicking. You have to make the kick move and intentionally try to gain an advantage by kicking it in order to get that call. Arrows up by 10 with 5:20 to go. 60-50. Nate with a little scoop, but can't get her to go. Maybe you better stay outside and shoot them threes, Nate. And that time the Arrows kind of let him go through. Heidi for 2. Now it's 60-52, and the Arrows better take care of business here. And nice rebound by the Tigers. Took it right away from Nate. And another good chance to make a bunny there, but no good. And Alex Gower's going to get himself tied up by the looks of it. And I think we're going to call a timeout before he could lose the ball. Wow. Wow, you're a local internet, cable TV, and phone provider. They have award-winning service. Tonight's game brought to you by WOW, and thank you very much. Don't forget, if you want local weather on your phone, on your computer, go to watertownweatherwatch.com. You can download it on the Apple iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. They're going to have 3 meteorologists working just for Watertown. Plan your day around the weather with WatertownWeatherWatch.com. All right, on we go. Arrows bringing the ball in. Gower with a fall away. Turnaround fall away, makes 2 more. That's 4 for Alex. (62-52), 10-point lead. There's just a little over 4 minutes to go. Heidi for 2 more. Defense needs to be a little better at it there. Let's see what happened now. Alex pleading his case with coach, but Clayton with a foul, bringing Nate Spiegler to the line. And Nate makes his first one. That's Nate's 4th point. 63-54, 9-point Arrow lead. Exactly 4 minutes to go. And he missed it, but it's like, was it Brent Schulte is going to be called for pushing the back on that one. Haven't seen much of Spencer Wege in here yet this second half. Looks like Will Johnson makes the first one. He's been rather quiet since early in the second quarter. He has 9 points now. And makes the second one for 10. That brings him to within 7. With under 4 to go. Now comes the pressure. And we're going to have a timeout. And there's, again, one of the things I never understand, and it isn't just here. It's a lot of times I watch a game, the defense can go up to but not touch the offensive player, but yet you see it time and time again where in a trap like that and such, they start pinching and putting bodies right on the offensive player, and then if you read the book, that's a foul. But they rarely call it, whether it be AA or A or anywhere, and certainly not the NBA, nor college for the most part. Well, don't forget our list of sponsors here. Mike Lucan of Hofteaser Realty, the Cowboy Country Store, KXLG Radio, Qdoba Mexican Grill, Wow, your internet cable and phone company, Roy's Sports Shop, Watertown Weather Watch, and Sharp Abra and Sharp Service. Cowboy Country Store has some Chester's chicken and lots of other food, so if you're hungry after the game, run up north on Highway 81 and grab yourself something to eat. Nate Davis still with 22 points, been fairly quiet lately. Watertown will bring the ball in with 7-point lead. And now some pressure by Harrisburg, and Arrows seem to get it across the line pretty easily. Three-point attempt is no good, and this is no time to start taking and missing those things, fellas. 3:24 to go, so we got to go attacking that basket just like we did the first three quarters. The famed Watertown defense would get stingy here. This could be enough, but Nate's going to get called for a foul. That's his third foul. And Heidi going to the line. And he misses that one. And that's good call going the Arrows' way as the Tigers helped on the backside there with a little bit. And Sickle back in the game for Lindahl, I believe. And Matt's going to take it in and get fouled. That's what I wanted to see. I think Matt can pretty much score at will in there. That will be Clayton's foul on Clayton, his 4th. So a little bit of foul trouble for them guys. And Matt doing a good job tonight. Makes his first free throw, make it an 8-point Arrow lead. It's 2:44 to go. Oh, and he misses the second one though. 8-point Arrow lead. And lucky that didn't go in. That'll be Alex's 4th foul. 10th on Watertown Arrows, so he's going to be shooting 2 no matter what on every foul now. And the first one's good, and we really don't want to be letting them shoot with the clock stopped. So we really need to step up the defense in a different kind of way. Tough defense, but no fouls. And that one's good as well. Now we got another timeout by the Tigers. For more than 125 years, the Watertown Public Opinion has been keeping you informed and entertained. From City Hall up here to the halls of Congress, from Afghanistan to Arlington, from the NFL stadiums to the neighborhood T-ball field, we report on it all just for you. There is something you'd like to see in the pages of the Public Opinion, or if you have a hot news tip, give us a call at 886-6901, and that's extension 301 for that news tip. Our editor, Roger Whittle, would love to hear from you. Whether it's delivered to your door, to your computer, tablet, or smartphone, we create the newspaper every day just for you. Well, Nate Davis still stuck on 22 points, got all those in the first 3 quarters. And the Arrows' 3-point shots have kind of went away here. They built the lead on the threes and now are back to working it in, and rightfully so. Lindahl bringing the ball up nicely. Decker going to come outside and help out, and now we're going to have a foul. Davis trying to cut around is clipped a bit. And that's Corlitt's 3rd foul. And so it's only 6. The Arrows get to take it out of bounds and get that clock running. And Matt's going to go to the line again. Anyway, don't necessarily want that clock to stop, but as long as we're shooting, that's okay. Connor Erickson with his 2nd foul by the looks of it. Anyway, I don't have his first one down, but and Matt makes the first one. Matt quietly with 15 points now. See if he can make it 16. Nope. Pretty good at making that first, but missing the second so far. 65-58, so 2 minutes to go. It's not particularly and we're going to call a foul on that drive. Is Spiegler with a foul. And I think the Arrows defense just not quite as intense as it should be, and they're getting caught with these quick guards. And the first one is good by Clayton. The Arrows need to move their feet, stay away from the shooter, and be there when the rebound comes. Clayton with his second one's good. Makes 14 for Clayton. And a 5-point Arrow lead with 2 minutes to go. So they've put themselves in a position where a couple little mistakes could cost them a ball game here. Nice ball movement by the Arrows there. Nice pass in. And two. Good pass by Gower to the Spiegler for two, a much needed two, I might add. And we're going to have a body foul on to Spiegler. I believe that's going to be his fifth. And the crowd sure don't like it, but if you look real closely at that play, I think Nate got him more with his leg outstretched than he did with his chest. And that is generally not going to get you a charging call. And so going to have a substitute come in for Nate. Taylor Lindahl in the game. And a two-shot foul coming up. And that's the worst part with all these fouls is that. And that's a miss. That's helpful. Still 67-60. There's 1:41 to go, so plenty of time for the Tigers if they can mount a little comeback here. And the second one's no good. Holman misses them both, so I guess that's a good guy to foul. There, Arrows did a good job of coming to the pass. And we need to shorten those passing lanes up. Another good job by Decker there, coming to the ball. Ooh, a little arm there looked like, but oh, nice feed, but it missed the bunny, did Lindahl. You know, those are the kind you don't want to miss. 1 minute to go, a 7-point Arrow lead. And a little bit out of control. And oh, and nice block. And we're making them take some time off the clock, and there's the rebound. Gower with a nice block, and oh, there we're going to get the foul. Now things are a little bit more under control for the Arrows. Harrisburg would have got a quick score there, made it 5. That would have certainly made quite a difference. Cody Heidi with a foul. That's his first. And Davis to the line for a 1-and-1. So that first one's pretty darn critical, and it rolls in barely. So 23 for Nate now, and we'll have a timeout. Don't forget, if you are looking for real estate services, call Mike Lucan with Hofteaser Real Estate. Mike says that homes in Watertown are selling fast, interest rates are low, so buying now makes sense. Mike provides both knowledgeable and professional service and is happy to assist you in all your real estate needs. Call Mike today at 868-3062. Don't forget WatertownWeatherWatch.com. Download on Apple iTunes or the Google Play Store and get 3 meteorologists working just for us here in the Watertown area. WatertownWeatherWatch.com. You're heading east after the game and got a little hunger on you, stop at Qdoba Mexican Grill. They're out by the interstate, 951 29th Street Southeast. They're a fast casual Mexican restaurant, and they do have big, large, mission-style burritos. Well, Nate will get a second shot with the Arrows up by 8 and 45 seconds to go. And he makes the second one. And just a reminder that March 3rd, Arrows will travel to Roosevelt for their first district game. Nice three-point play there. That's Cody Heidi for 3. That's in a little bit of trouble, finds the right guy. Arrows get it down ahead, and we'll take a 2-pointer and get the extra. Heidi now with 17 for Harrisburg, but not quite enough to keep up with the Arrows. 71-63. Lindahl gets his 7th point with a chance for 8. Corlett with the foul there, his 3rd. Let's see if Taylor can make his free throw. Nope, the rims are right out. 71-63 with 21 seconds to go. Unless we have a district game against Brookings here at home. Matt with a nice block. That should do it, unless there's a foul. And Heidi will commit the foul. So unless something different than the seeding happens, we should host a second round game on, I believe, like the Friday, be the 6th or so of March. And we'll see again if that happens. If for some reason the Arrows were to win a game or two, they might be on the road the whole time, and we won't see you again. So if that's the case, I certainly want to thank you all for watching all year. And that's your ball game, 73-65. 19 for Heidi in a losing cause. Cortland had 4. And let's see, Kittleson had 2. Will Johnson with 12. Connor Erickson, 11. And Justice Clayton with 14. So 4 players in double figures for the Tigers, but not enough, as the Arrows had 24-point effort by Nate Davis. Lindahl had 3, 7, 9 points. 4 for Alex Gower. 12 for Bailey Van Sickle. He got a 3-pointer in every quarter. Nate DeSpiegler finished with 6 points. Matt Decker, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 for Matt. A nice game for Matt, and I was glad to see him taking that right in there. Spencer Wagey with 2 points to make 73. So again, the next time we'll see you folks is maybe if Brookings gets to come here in the second round of the district. I want to thank you all for watching this year. If we don't see you again, don't forget our sponsors, Mike Lucan of Hofteaser Realty, Sharp Abra and Sharp Service, Watertown Weather Watch, Roy's Sports Shop, Wow, Qdoba Mexican Grill, XLG Radio, KXLG Radio that is, and the Cowboy Country Store. Arrows finish up the year at 4th place in the ESD, and that would be a 10-6 record in the ESD, 10-10 overall, as the 4 losses outside of the conference did them in. So a week from tonight, I believe, Tuesday the 3rd, is the first game. Hope that the Arrows can beat Roosevelt there. And I'm not sure about the girls. I hope that my counterpart told you about the girls. So this is Rick Evans signing off for the year unless we see you again. Thanks for watching, and God bless and good night.